Breaking news. Will the military take over? Fayose, a former governor of Ekiti State, has shared insights on the government's fears over the August 1st nationwide protest. Let's find out more as we hit the news. But if you're joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe to get notified when we post more breaking news updates. Please click on the notification bell. Now, Fayose, a former governor of Ekiti State, has said that the planned nationwide protest is creating an impression of a possible military takeover, noting that no government will allow itself to be tripled. Fayose stated this during an interview on Channels Television's Politics Today, where he said that Nigeria was facing a fundamental problem which needs a collective action to address these issues. The ex-governor added that people are free to protest, but they should remember the consequences for politicizing these protests. It's easy to turn Nigeria, it's not easy, according to Fayose, to turn Nigeria to its original form. It does not matter if people protest. Yes, it is good to protest. You will still come back to find the situation the same. If Jonathan is not good, Buhari is not good, and now Tinubu is not good, then there is a fundamental problem that we all need to address. Jonathan left, according to Fayose, hunger did not stop. Buhari came, spent 8 years and left. Hunger did not stop. Tinubu came. Hunger still persists. So there should be a major problem. Fayose asserted that hunger has been an ongoing issue in Nigeria for an extended period, tracing its origins back to the time when protests demanded the removal of the former President Goodluck Jonathan from office. He noted that despite President Buhari's 8 years tenure, the problem of hunger still persists, with few publicly voicing their complaints or organizing rallies to express their dissatisfaction. He emphasized that no government can claim to be perfect or address all the nation's issues at once, underscoring the complexity of governance and the need for continued efforts to tackle pressing challenges such as hunger. And it is beyond Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to come and do miracles. Because then, Jonathan was called the worst president that Nigeria has ever had. And then when Buhari came on board, Buhari was tagged as the worst of the worst. Now, Asiwaju is now the worst of the worstest. I mean, people can go to the streets. The perception is that they will be coup d'etat. The perception is everywhere. They have given an impression that they will use this opportunity for a military takeover. And if you are not hearing anything, you have to put your ears on the ground. There is no leader that will allow people to come and triple his government. And Tinubu has admitted that it is good for people to protest, but the people protesting should remember the consequences because of the way they are politicizing it. He emphasized that no government claims to be perfect and said that hunger did not start one day. This issue of hunger started a long time ago, and that is why they had rallied at that time against Jonathan, where they said Jonathan must go. Buhari came, they said Buhari must go. Now Tinubu came, they are saying Tinubu must go. So Fayose has said Nigerians need to address the issue of hunger, that there is no hunger in fact, hunger is the major thing that is making people to come out to protest. This is Fayose faulting the planned nationwide protest scheduled for August 1st against President Bola Tinubu's administration, alleging that the organizers of this rally have sinister move. And Fayose made this known when he came as a guest on Channels Television's program Today, when he claimed that the planned August hardship protest has political dimension, where he said the previous administration had been in power, they protested, now Tinubu came to power. Tinubu cannot do magic in a day. Tinubu cannot do magic overnight all of a sudden. So Nigerians should be patient with Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Now, guys, the thing is, back then when Nigerians were protesting against Jonathan, things were far much more better than the way things are now. When Nigerians were protesting against Jonathan, how much were we buying a bag of rice? 7,000 naira. 7,000 naira. Back then, how much were we buying fuel? 95 naira, 85 naira, 75 naira. How much were we buying kerosene? 50 naira. But now, hey God, it's serious. So, had it been Nigerians saw the future back then, maybe they wouldn't have been protesting against Jonathan, because it's as if Nigerians have been moving from a frying pan to a fire situation with each administration coming on board. Before it was Jonathan's administration, people said Jonathan should go, and then we entered another frying pan, another fire situation with Buhari's government. People were complaining, oh, the hardship is too much. In fact, Buhari is looking like a saint currently compared to this Tinubu's administration. I must say, a lot of people have commented that Buhari, is looking like a saint compared to Tinubu's administration. In Buhari's administration, we knew how much we were buying a bag of rice. We knew how much we were buying fuel. We knew how much people were paying to buy some certain food items. But that is not the case now, because everything has tripled because of the inflation, because of the running inflation in the country. So the only thing here is that this particular Tinubu's government are fond of pointing fingers at other persons, blaming other persons for their failures. Tinubu knows he has failed woefully. Not only Tinubu, even the governors, the state governors are not left out. The blame shouldn't be put only on the president. I think the state governors, they also have roles to play in situations like this. I know the president is the one that carries all the brunt. He's the one that makes most policies. Majority of the policies, the president makes them, and then he implements them. He signed them to law. He signed these policies to law. So that's why the blame is going on the president. But our state governors, most of them are not even trying. Most of them are not trying. Some of them are just waiting and looking at the federal government for the federal government to do all the job. Like when you go to Edo State now, you see those federal roads that are bad. Not as if the Edo State government cannot walk those roads. Oh. They can walk the roads, but they are waiting for the federal government to come and do everything. And even the federal government, they are not even helping matters. The Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway that they've budgeted how many trillions of naira to do that coastal highway. If they take that money and put in all the federal roads that are bad, they can fix all the federal roads that are bad in this country. But no, they want to leave those bad roads and go and focus on a coastal highway. So you see, this thing is a two-sided something. The fault is coming from the president, and also the state governors are not doing well. So everybody, our leaders, must be held accountable in this protest. That's why Nigerians are protesting against bad governance, both at the federal level and also at the state level. I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.